Today in the crypto space, we see the market taking a beating, Bitcoin below the $100,000 level, Ethereum down approximately 8%, hovering around $3,000, and the rest of the crypto space, the altcoins deep in the red. And the question is, should we be buying the dip? In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one project, an OG, a large cap that definitely has some bullish fundamentals. So you know what? That project is called Near Protocol. Let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins, looking for opportunity. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 8 p.m. EST, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects you want me to cover here on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on here with this market. We can see the market cap's, 3.5 and a bit trillion dollars. Yes, it pulled back approximately 7.6%. And obviously, we have a bit of trading volume to confirm that market participation is in accordance, right? So not a good look, definitely. But I want to tell you this. It's not exclusive to the crypto space. And the projects that we're looking at coming down are basically not unique in the sense that everything's coming down, guys. The traditional markets are coming down. We had the NASDAQ coming down and many others. Now, the thing is that is this just a short-term time frame FUD? And of course, we're talking about DeepSeek and the AI that came out of Asia, out of China, and how this is impacting our markets. And of course, we're going to talk about this tonight in the live stream at 8 p.m. EST. We talked about it yesterday. We're definitely trying to stay one step ahead here to figure out how we can navigate this market. But as we can see, the market cap is taking a bit of a hit, which is not a good look, no doubt. All right, guys, so let's take a look at what's going on with the top 100. I'm going to just quickly refresh so we can get the latest and the greatest. As you can see, Bitcoin is also dipping. We got a bit of a reaction to the upside, but we are continuing down, as you can see, we're looking maybe for another lower low. Okay, guys, so just keep in mind, Ethereum looking very weak at the current moment, down approximately 8%. Apparently Vitalik is selling even more. Not a good look for Ethereum, but we're gonna have to see what the plans are for Ethereum and the Ethereum future. But in the meantime, guys, we have to be very open to other L1s that have great value propositions, great fundamentals. And this is the thing here, guys. My thesis at the current moment is take it back to basics. Start looking for projects with great fundamentals. Buy the dip on those. Buying into very speculative assets are fine, but especially small caps, but you need to ensure that they have great fundamentals. Now, buying into speculative assets without fundamentals, such as meme coins, allows us to get in a very risky scenario. Because when the market dips, it's not like there's anything below to hold it up. Why also are we holding a meme coin other than strong community? Yes, communities can be strong, I get it. But in times of fear, when you see red on the streets, community doesn't really matter at the end of the day. What we need to do is understand what value proposition does this tech offer, what real world problems do they solve, and ultimately they hold up a little bit more. Okay, so this is something to concern. Now, as you can see, we have Cardano down, we have Chainlink coming down, everything. All these fractals right now show approximately a 10% dip across the market. Coupled up with the dips that we've already had in the previous days, guys, the market right now is hurting. Now, we have to understand Bitcoin is still at around 100,000, guys. It's still doing okay. Like, I understand we're hovering around 99,800 right now, right around 100,000. Bitcoin is still in a decent spot, peaked at about 105-ish or so. Okay, so we've been hovering around that level for so long. It's still pretty good where we are. The thing is that the altcoins are hurting, and it's because ultimately the fundamentals are being ignored at the current moment. So what I'm going to be looking for is an opportunity. Now, obviously, today we're going to be talking about Near Protocol. I think Near Protocol might be a safe play. Large cap, good narrative, price action still kind of waiting for us to, make a move. And as we keep coming down, we're going to see that all of these altcoins are coming down. Even exchange tokens at the current moment are taking a beating. You remember the last little while we've been focusing on exchange tokens. They were showing strength. I think this deep, this whole, deep seek scenario really did throw a curveball at us and ultimately brought down the entire markets, all markets. Okay, so keep it in mind, look at Near Protocol down approximately 10%. Of course, this is always something to take advantage of when you see these red days. We have Mantra going sideways. What a beast. No chill, just hanging out there, doing its thing. Monero's rolling over. We have BitTensor. Tau is bouncing, guys. If you want to know why this is happening, join me live tonight. We'll talk about what's going on with BitTensor. And in fact, if we do ever get a retracement on Tau, it may be an opportunity to buy in. Tau right now is showing a lot of strength. Okay, so this is pretty good. Algorand, Gate recovery, V recovery on Gate, and a few V recoveries here and there, but they're very small. As you can see, nothing major at the current moment. Jupiter's still making higher highs and higher lows, so it's not too bad. Lido's doing a very similar thing. KuCoin, nice recovery there as well. Nexo, V recovery. So there are some V recoveries, and ultimately the market in general is not recovering just yet. I would say prepare, take it easy here, guys. Let those emotions relax, and then slowly start exposing yourself to some of these dips, because maybe we should get a reversal very, very soon. All right, guys, I know you're here to talk about charts, so let's begin. Let's see what's going on here with Bitcoin. First, let's take a look at Bitcoin chart, and Bitcoin ultimately at the current moment is rolling over, as you can see on the daily time frame. However, guys, the question is, where is Bitcoin gonna possibly get some support, and how does this reflect on lower time frames? Let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail. So as we see Bitcoin right here on the daily, it doesn't look the worst. The daily's okay. Yes, it did roll over. Yes, a nice rounded top. And if you guys like those rounded tops, this is what you get. A structure that broke to the downside. So not a good look. It definitely changed character here. And we're coming down. Now the question is, where do we get support? We could still make a nice higher low here. Why not? Point of control, 97,000. Possible. Maybe use the 50 EMA as support. Possible. Right, worst case scenario, the daily breaks the $90,000 mark and starts looking for the 200 daily. By the time that happens, maybe the 200 daily is right around here. Maybe we come down to 87. Also very possible. That was an original target of mine. Once we started breaking above and holding the support and started breaking this previous high, obviously we shifted a little bit bullish, because everything was kind of indicating to us that we were looking for a move or a continuation into price discovery. However, guys, as we are falling down, we need to go and revisit those horizontal supports. First level of support is still 92. If we break 92, we're breaking structure to the downside on the daily. The same way we broke structure right here on this fractal, right into here, we can break structure in a big picture type of way and still start coming down to 87, maybe even as low as 77. Okay, that's still very possible. But guys, as long as we are in this structure right here, we have nothing to worry about. Let's quickly go on to the 4 hour. You can see that we broke this trend, the structure. We made a lower low. If we come up and make a lower high, maybe we start trending to the downside and we start coming down lower. I want to quickly look at oscillators. Look, on the 4 hour, we're already pretty much oversold. You can see that the trend and the momentum is already in oversold conditions. Volatility is pushing to the upside at the current moment. Maybe we're going to get a bit of reaction. I would wait for a clear confirmation of market structure. I want to see this pivot point structure right into here. There is none yet. We just broke down. Maybe we continue coming down. Maybe we stay oversold for a little bit longer. So there's so many maybes here that it's not worth taking too much risk, especially as we see the trend oscillator facing down with red histogram bars. So we got to be very cautious here, extremely cautious. And if we go back onto the daily again, we can see that we're getting our first EMA cross on the trend oscillator. Not a good look with the red histogram bar. Not a good look. And then all of a sudden, we're starting to see that the momentum, although we were trending downwards, right around here in the chop zone, we did get a bit of support. In fact, we also made a higher high, which was great. But now we're coming back into the chop zone. The question is, do we fall through the chop zone and get oversold this time? It's possible. Now, there's always good news here. Because the good news is that this price action that was pretty bullish allowed the momentum to go sideways here while making a fairly decent high. Now what happens is technically we reset the price to the previous high when momentum was already extremely overbought. And now that the momentum is here, it's not overbought, but the price got full reset. So what happens is that once it comes down to this level, how low could we go? We could definitely come down and get oversold, but still remain bullish at 92. You understand what I mean here? Now, if we would have taken the train all the way straight down, the elevator all the way straight down to oversold conditions from here, the reality is we ended here, we could have fell down and broke and started breaking down. However, we got this bounce that basically gave us the opportunity to still use the 92K as support going forward. So I appreciate all of this. When we see a price action go sideways while we see the momentum get its reset, it is a sign of bullishness. However, guys, our major concern is the altcoins. And the thesis that I've been building in the last little while is very relevant and very attached to the concept of the meme coins. I really feel like the meme coins did a number on our markets. Okay, so what we have to do, in my opinion, of course, I'm going to expand on my thesis tonight. We have to focus on fundamentals. You know, meme coins are great for quick trades, in and out. Lots of capital has been poured into there, but the cabal is taking full advantage of the fresh capital coming in and sucking all kinds of liquidity out of the meme coin market that should have been placed in traditional cryptos. You know, cryptos with good fundamentals. Think about previous cycles, guys. The previous cycles, you know, had opportunities to see capital flow right into great fundamentals. Now people are just getting used to quick pump and dumps. And unfortunately, there's only a select few that profit off of it. And those are the individuals that manipulate those markets. So guys, stop buying Lambos for the cabal and start looking for good fundamentals. Guys, we'll discuss this a little bit more tonight in the live stream. So feel free to join. Links are in the description. It's all, you know, join the Discord. All of that is free. There's links in the description as well. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Now, what about Near Protocol? Okay, so before we, you know, get into the Near, I'm just going to get the chart ready. You know, Near is an interesting project. Why? Because it does involve AI. And what I found today was something very interesting. Near did mention that basically that DeepSeek's model has 671 billion parameters. Near's AI is building the world's largest open source, okay, also open source AI model, and it's going to be decentralized because we're talking about Near Protocol, a decentralized protocol with 1.4 trillion parameters. Okay, so we can see that, you know, there is competition coming its way within the crypto space, a software solution industry. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. And in addition to that, now I'm going to put a side note here, and it'll be private and verifiable thanks to the Fala network. Guys, if you don't know what Fala network is, guys, let me know in the chat if you want me to do a video on Fala network. Maybe we'll cover it tomorrow. But I also think Fala could be another opportunity, okay, to get into something that maybe be a little bit more speculative than Near Protocol. However, still have great fundamentals. So Near Protocol is one of those projects that can definitely lead the way in AI, given the fact that it's a backend, right? We're not talking about individual agents or individual, you know, use cases. We're talking about a backend infrastructure, a protocol itself. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say, is that we should be looking for fundamentals and be looking for strength. And if you look at the Near chart, the Near chart at the current moment is pretty decent. I say that there could be horizontal support here. There could be a level of emotion that acts as support right around $4.51. I am not going to say that it can't come down further because, of course, right now everything's very emotional to the point that some people are referring to this deep thing, yeah, you know, DeepSeek scenario as a black swan event. Is it or is it not? Is it a fake out from other governments, from China and all of this? Are the facts actually facts? You know, you get what I mean? So what I would say is this. Start looking for software solutions that great fundamentals. And I think Near Protocol definitely fits the bill. We do have this top, right around here. That's interesting. And if you can see the volume, it picks up significantly after this point, you know, below. We can chip away a little bit at that volume, no doubt. We can see the bears to see how much strength they have to actually chip away. But ultimately at this zone, if we get signs of a reversal, it's not a bad time because we do have some support. Obviously below, the next levels are very ambiguous. ambiguous. Look at all these fractals. I would think this is a nice emotional level, which was the previous breakout. We broke out, back tested, and sprung right to a nice move to the upside. Now, maybe we come down and hunt some liquidity. Maybe we do come down here and hunt a little bit more. So what I would say is this: 2 levels to watch out for, 2 buy opportunities. If you're going to take a bit of risk, maybe right here is not bad. I would DCA right into this level, and also DCA into this level. Now, if you want to play it safe, the best thing to do is to drop onto the 4-hour and look for the change of character. Okay, so if there's 2 things that you need to learn, or one thing, is to be able to distinguish the difference between a change of character and a break of structure. The current scenario is that you see that there's a trend. We're still making lower lows and lower highs, but as we are getting closer to this bottom, to this horizontal level, we see that the lows are not so expansive. It's not like we're getting massive extensions to make lower lows, right? It's still a lower low, but it's not that low, if you get what I mean. So what I'm more concerned about and more interested in seeing is, are we getting any signs of divergence into this level? Okay, number 1. And number 2, can we actually get a change of character right into this level, giving us a bit of confirmation that we are going to reverse and hold the $4.60 mark? I'm more interested in that. Now, we may not do it here. We could definitely come down to about $3.67 and sweep these lows, or maybe a little bit lower, $3.50. That's also very possible. But I feel like this is a moment where you could potentially, buy into Near Protocol at a good level before its response to DeepSeek. This is the key. Crypto could be put on the map by providing software solutions that compete at the global scale, not just locally. Okay, so this is where Near Protocol can step in. And we know that Near Protocol has very close relationships with NVIDIA, and this could be a good thing for Near Protocol. Okay, so let's take a look at oscillators here for a second. Let's zoom in here. Let's kind of expand this. I want to see what kind of divergence we're getting here, if we're getting any, and this is why I want to pay attention. Now, it could be that we're looking for an invalidation right now. I can see that quite clearly. I'm just kind of repositioning all of this. We're making lower lows on this price action very clearly here on the 4-hour, while this, if we go all the way, let's say even here, all of a sudden we're slightly upward sloping, very slight, which is a divergence. Okay, it is a class A bullish divergence, even with this slight upward slope. Okay, maybe we take that seriously, maybe we don't. The reality is, it is upward sloping. Okay, so let's take that for what it is. Now, if we start looking at the trend oscillator, let's take a look at what this trend oscillator looks like. Let's see if this thing works today. All right, let's scooch up. And then we can see that on the 4-hour time frame, it's not looking the greatest yet. We see EMAs facing down with red histogram bars to the downside. The blue expansion, bearish expansion, is still there, invalidating the bullish divergence that we had right here on this green. So this bullish divergence is totally invalidated right here. So what I would do is just be very careful. Now, again, if we start looking at the divergence from a big picture, or a bigger picture than that, we start looking at, the same zone right here. We can even go far back into here, but let's keep it relative. We can see that we are upward sloping still. We can still see this expansion come down to this level and still maintain a class A bullish divergence. So the question is, when should we start skill in? Honestly, I would love to see the EMAs here on the trend oscillator flip green. Nice cross. Green is at least one green histogram bar, or at least a bit of it, and that would give us a good indication of a reversal. Okay, so we're looking at the 4-hour right now. I want to quickly look on the daily, what's going on the daily, because the daily is giving us a similar thing. Now, the question is, do we get completely oversold here? And the risk of going long at the current moment based on that 4-hour time frame is that we get completely oversold. So I'm going to reuse this line for a second and just kind of connect some bottoms. As you can see, we're in an upwards trend right now, right here, which is okay. We're trending to the upside. We did get overbought and completely reset. Do we come down and get oversold and completely reset? That is the concern. If we kind of look at what's going on here, not a good look here on the daily either. EMAs are now facing down, red histogram bars, and the bearish divergence, the bullish divergence is still valid. No invalidation just yet. However, if we don't start getting support very soon, it's not a good look, okay? Because we can stay in the bearish control zone and come down into the abyss right here for a further downside. So what I'm trying to say here is there are slight signs of strength or reversal, but there's not enough for me to go all in. Okay, there's not enough. However, the narrative is there. As you can see, the narrative is there. So what would I be doing in the next little while? Again, let's back it up. Here's not bad, but again, I would love to see a little bit more evidence of a change of reversal, maybe even a double bottom right into here, something like this. You can see as we were making a downtrend here, all we needed is a change of character, and then all of a sudden, nice recovery. Could we get a change of character? Should we reserve the majority of the capital for about $3 or $2.80? That is a very valid thesis. Okay, guys, so again, we'll zoom out a little bit more, see where's the major liquidity, where are the liquidity zones. You can see right here 260, 250, and currently where we are, we're going to be coming down and chipping away. So let's wait for the change of direction right into here, and maybe this is the best time to get in if we respect all of this channel that's going on here for a continuation to the upside. Near protocol has some good things going on. The question is this market going to reverse, or are we expecting New York protocol to do it on its own? Guys, we have to get this market back on track. All right, guys, if I've offered you any value in this video, do the channel a massive favor. Slap the like button. It does really help out with the algorithm. If you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description below. Feel free to join the Discord, guys. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget, buy the dip.